y'all, Justin from Social Paintball, and I'm not sponsored by Dye.
Monster!
So fresh back from Living Legends 4, and going to do a review for you of the tactical Dye gear that I wore. I had the Dyecam Tactical Pullover, as well as the Dye Tactical pants, and compare it to the other set of gear that I wore, my Tech BV Scenario jersey and my Thomas Taylor paintball, Realtree paintball pants. So basically I just want to go through, do a review of the Dye Tactical gear and let you know my thoughts on playing with it all day on Saturday, and compare it to the other gear and hopefully give some good suggestions to Dye to make some changes for scenario players. All right, well, let's take a look at it.
Let's look at the Dye Tactical pants first. The Dye Tactical pants have a lightweight cotton outer shell with active camo applied. That's the Dyecam pattern. The openings at the bottom of the legs are large enough to fit your boots through, and they're adjustable, so you can snug it up tight. Each pant leg has a built-in knee pad. There's stretch points throughout the pants, made of a rugged material. The front of the pants have two cargo pockets with Velcro attachments. The groin area has more stretch points, and there's a pocket on each side. You have a heavy-duty YKK zipper with Velcro closure at the top of the fly. The waist features two adjustable waistband straps on each side, as well as belt loops. And finally, the back of the pants, we have two large cargo pockets with Velcro closures. Now let's take a look at the Dyecam Tactical Pullover. You have full active Dyecam camo. Each of the sleeves features a large cuff opening, so if you're wearing elbow pads, you could actually put this on over them, and the cuffs are adjustable. Each sleeve also features a large cargo pocket with Velcro closure and Velcro on the outsides for attaching your custom patches to personalize your pullover. The interior of each sleeve has a large padded area in the elbow. Each side of the chest has a grip strip for your tank, as well as a Velcro name tape area. It's a large neck opening with a YKK zipper with a protecting enclosure on top. And the back features Velcro openings on each side for your pod pack.
Okay, so that's the Dye Tactical gear that I had, that I wore on Saturday at Living Legends 4. Wore it all day long and really put it to the test. So let's take a look at what I wore Sunday and the features that it has, and then we'll do a quick comparison and summary, some feedback.
Okay, let's look at the Thomas Taylor Realtree pants that I used. And one thing you'll notice is an interior liner is actually present on these pants, and you can see that the netting is really breathable and really light. You can see my hand right through the netting there. There's also snaps on top of the fly opening and Velcro, so you have both. As compared to the Dye, you just have the Velcro. The pockets, you have netting in the pockets to help with breathability. In the Dye, you can see it's kind of solid cotton. You have stretch points throughout, just like on the Dye pants, on the Realtree pants, but it's a lighter material. It breathes a little better. It's more elastic, not as rough as that material. In terms of the back, you have a flap across the back with stretch points. The Dye has that as well. Pockets. There are the pockets right there. Squeegee pockets. Gotta have them. And it's easy to stick a squeegee right in there. I should say swab. But you can see on the Dye pants, it's just a nightmare because it doesn't fit entirely in when it's folded in half. And you want to be able to pull it out quickly. And so it's just awkward. You end up losing them. The back of the legs on the troll pants, you have netting that runs all the way up the sides, on both sides, and up through the crotch area. And there's a look at the Dye pants. You can see it's solid.
Well, positives are it's lightweight. The knee pads are pretty rugged. The padding in it's pretty good. The stretchability of the stretch points is really good. They're comfortable. So it's a good material, I think, for scenario play. The leg straps are nice and big, just like on the pullover. You have the arm straps nice and big, so you probably could get those on right over boots. I didn't have to, but I think you could if you had your boots on. Pull those right up over them. The nice big belt loops are a positive. The Velcro is pretty good on most areas of the pants, the important areas of the pants. So there's some positives for you on the pants themselves. Now, as for the negatives, a little pissed off about the fact you didn't put any squeegee pockets in. Actually, a lot pissed off about that. When you're out there and you find out you've lost both your swabs that you carry, I don't wear a squeegee around my neck because that tends to fall off anyways, but when you find out you've lost both of them and you need them or need to loan them to somebody, that's a real problem. That's something you should have thought about. You've got that nice big cargo pocket in the back on both sides. It's got issues. That's something easy to fix. It's something you should have seen coming, especially with the scenario players and with all the types of guns that we use that aren't necessarily die. These things are really important. Really disappointed that you overlooked having a nice kind of tight, easily accessible, easily usable squeegee pocket. You want to be fumbling with this thing and losing it or finding out it's gone. Got to put some netting in these pants just like you do on the top. Got to have netting in the crotch area. Got to have netting behind the legs if you can. I guess that's not as critical, but it's nice if you had it behind the knees or somewhere where it could flow in there around where you might have knee pads on. Across the back flap is another idea where you could put some netting. You've seen the other pants that I wore and how those breathe, and those actually weigh more than your pants, but they were more comfortable and they breathed better, and I was cooler in them, and the day was actually hotter on Sunday than Saturday. A couple minor other items you could correct is doing a couple snap buttons or some sort of button as well as the Velcro on the top. I didn't have an issue because I wore a belt through those belt loops, but I could see how that Velcro just over time isn't going to be enough. You're going to have to add some snaps there or buttons. That's it for the tactical pants. Overall, I think it's a decent product, but for $120, I don't want to be losing $10 worth of squeegees out of my pants, my $120 pants, every time I go out. And I don't want to be sweating my balls off running around all day because there's nothing breathing in those pants. Put the netting in the pockets, put the netting in the back, put netting wherever you can put it because we play long games. So that's about it for the tactical pants.
Yeah, the jersey that I wore was a Tech BB scenario jersey. I got it inside out here for contrast. You can see it's got netting all the way up the sleeves, and it runs all the way down the sides of the jersey through the armpit areas. And you also have padding on the elbows. As opposed to the dye, you do have padding on the elbows, but there's no openings, no netting, not even any little rivet holes or anything for allowing breathability on this pullover.
Positives of the Dyecam Tactical Pullover is it's big, really big. You can have your mask on, you can have your elbow pads on, and you can put that thing on yourself. Have a camo pack on. I was able to slide it right over my back. So putting it on is no problem. Getting it off can be a little tricky, but it's not so important really. But it's possible. You just might catch your mask as you pull it off. The ability to put patches on is nice. A couple pockets and it's nice. The slits on the side where you can have run your pod belt through are really nice. So those are some of the good features of it. The zipper is good quality, has a little catch on the top, things like that. But with that said, the problem is breathability and the fact that it's not waterproof. You would think that the fact that it isn't breathable meant that it was waterproof and you were going to use this pullover when it rains and you're going to go ahead and put that on to kind of protect yourself from rain or something. It's not waterproof at all. It soaks everything up, sweat and everything. This thing weighed probably 3 times its weight by the end of the day with my sweat alone. So the other feature that it's lacking is breathability. No armpit netting, no netting across the back like a running jacket. So those are 2 things you could do dye really easy, I think, without changing much in the design. There's nothing on the back in the way. Add a flap, put a big old net strip across there, put netting underneath the armpits, even run the netting right down the side of it. If it's not going to be waterproof, might as well have just as much netting as you can with the camo on it. So we don't want to break the camo at all. That's why I chose the tactical pullover, is because it's consistent camo. They do have another top that has like a green. It's designed to go under the harness. But I really do like the pullover for the fact that it's the same pattern as the pants consistently. So that's the pullover. So overall, I'm neutral towards not happy with the Dye Tactical stuff. I can't say I'm not happy because I haven't tried the other brands. I haven't tried the Vulcan. I haven't tried the Full Clip. I suspect some of them have the same issues with not having enough breathability, but I can't confirm that. I haven't tried them. So for all I know, the Dye is the best choice of all of them. It might be the lightest. It might actually be the most breathable, but I'm just not sure. But with that said, you spend that much money on some Dyecam. You do get the active camo. It works really well in the woods. People don't notice you as much. If you're crawling, moving right, they don't notice you at all until you shoot, really. I almost got shot by my own team many different times, and they were really close to me. And I basically just had to yell out to them, hey, you know, I'm on your team. So the stuff works really well in terms of being an active camo for when you're moving as well as when you're still. So that's great. If you were consistent with that from head to toe, it's going to work awesome. If you break it up, you're going to have problems. You don't want to have a big solid black camel pack showing in the middle of your camo. I mean, that's just why I have the camo. So that's what's good about the Dyecam. In my general impressions, the reason why I'm neutral on this is because those oversights of breathability for a scenario game. You know, this is a tactical product. You know we're going to be playing long games, the type of people that this is marketed for. And I was just soaked in this stuff. The top wasn't waterproof like I thought it would be. The weather wasn't supposed to be good. We ended up having decent weather, but when it did shower, I noticed it was wet. As soon as I started sweating enough, because we're going through gallons of water literally all weekend, that the whole top was soaked and heavy. Not good. So fix the breathability and fix some of the fasteners and the pockets in the pants, and I think you really have something spectacular and not just average. And I buy Dye because I want spectacular. You haven't let me down until now with this product being just average, not superior. So step it up a notch, make some of these changes, would be awesome, or don't do tactical. All right, so thanks for all your time, and take care.